Welcome back to another Crypto Gorilla video. The market is full sending with ETH well above $3,000 and Bitcoin touching $55,000. It is a beautiful sight and we still have so much upside in the long term. Okay, we can go down from here, but it is very exciting to be part of this market. I feel this year is going to be crazy. Next year is going to be even crazier if we follow the typical 4-year cycle. And even just this week, things are about to get uber bullish. We're going to talk about all that and more. As usual, nothing in this video is financial advice. It is just my opinion. And if you enjoy this kind of content, if you appreciate my consistency with these videos, be sure to hit that like button, smash the subscribe button. It really helps my channel reach a wider audience. So we have two major events happening this week. The first of which is the Portal token finally launching. It's going to be dropping on Thursday, the 29th. It's going to be launching through Binance, which is uber bullish for the token. And if we take a look on Whales Market, which is a secondary market for trading early token investments, we can see that the cheapest available option right now is selling for $2.69. However, there have been sales as much as $3 per token, which is incredible returns for anyone who invested in the seed round, the angel round, or even the pre-sale, which was pretty much available for anybody to get in. Now, if we take a look at this tweet from Popeye, who says he expects the token to launch at $3, which, like I said, that is a price that it has been trading for OTC, but we never know what price it's going to open at, if there's going to be a crazy candle, whatever's going to happen. If you put in $50,000 into pre-sale, which I'm not sure for the pre-sale round if you were able to put that much or anything close to that, but if you did, it would currently be worth $1 million. And if you put in $20,000 into the angel round, which I could have done, it is currently worth $1 million. Now, of course, this is vested over time. You're not going to get $1 million on Thursday. For angel round, you do get 15% right away on day one, which if it's trading at $3, that is $150,000. And then you have $850,000 left to roll with for absolutely free. It is risk free. So these are the kinds of investments that Becker is always talking about when he says those crazy gains. And I understand there's going to be a lot of people watching this and on the Twitter timeline who don't have exposure to Portal, who are going to be sad or salty or upset with themselves, whatever it is. There's going to be more opportunities like this, right? We are just getting started into the bull market. So don't get discouraged. There's going to be more. So just keep an eye out for more and be ready to take risks. But if you did manage to make the early investment, GG, because this is looking like guaranteed profit. Now, the second major event that is also happening on Thursday is Blast. The Blast mainnet is finally here. We have the unlock for ETH stakers who have been locking up their money for months. If you look on DeFi Llama, there is currently $2.1 billion that is locked up into Blast. So as of Thursday, all that money is going to technically be unlocked and people are going to be able to buy altcoins, buy meme coins, buy NFTs, whatever they want. I do think people are going to go ham into the market, especially with the liquidity that is going to be provided from the Portal coin. However, it doesn't mean $2.1 billion is going to be reinvested into the market. I do think a lot of people are going to leave their money staked. Pac-Man typically comes up with some really good Ponzi's, so I think he's going to have great ideas on how to get people to leave their money staked, because it's not good for them if everybody just pulls their money out. So I'm assuming it's going to have something to do with the Blur Season 3 rewards. Maybe there's going to be extra multipliers if you don't pull your money out, because the Blast airdrop is still 2 to 3 months away. It's happening sometime in May, I assume at the end of May. So I think a lot of people are going to leave their money staked. I personally have money in both Blast as well as Blur, because you can also stake your Blur, which has been performing really well. When the airdrop first happened, I believe it was at 30 or 40 cents. It recently crossed above 80 cents after Pac-Man quote tweeted this tweet by Aaron Cohen talking about Uniswap rewards for stakers, giving them fees for people who trade on Uniswap. And here Pac-Man is kind of hinting that Blur is going to implement the same, which would be huge for Blur stakers. And this did cause a nice pump on Blur, a 22% candle from, I believe, 65 cents to above 81 cents. But back to Blast, I'm going to be playing on this as much as possible because I do believe there is going to be life-changing profits to be made, both in meme coins and in NFTs. Now, if you don't know where to start, I did recently create 2 different videos, one on Blast NFTs and one on Blast meme coins. I'll post both of those in the description down below. You can go and watch them after this video. There's also going to be some rugs. We already had one, even though Blast didn't launch yet. People were investing into a project called Risk on Blast, which is kind of an ironic name. And they did rug $1.5 million to some notable people even who had put 5 figures into this project. Now, I do question what kind of due diligence they were doing, if they were just YOLOing $15,000 into an anon project on the internet, but we obviously have to be careful. Now, the other thing I'm wondering is, where are we going to trade Blast NFTs? The most logical choice would be on Blur. I assume they are going to say, hey, Blast NFTs are now tradable on our platform. And if you do so, there's going to be a ton of rewards for season 3, which would full send Blast NFTs. People are just going to want exposure to any collection. So I think we're going to see a ton of Blast stealth drops and random NFTs pop up and just do really well. So I really feel like we're not going to be sleeping for the next few days. Now, the other thing you can trade, of course, is meme coins. A lot of existing trading bots are currently adding support for Blast to their tools, including Shuriken, who recently announced that they will support Blast starting on their Telegram bot, followed by their web app. I'm personally a big fan of Shuriken. It's my main go-to tool for trading tokens. So if you want a tutorial, I will link a video that I made in the description down below, as well as my referral link. So feel free to use that. They're also going to have their own token in the future called Blade. So I'm very excited for that as well. Now, looking into the NFT market, ETH NFTs have not been where it's at recently. Hopefully Portal and Blast with the liquidity injection do bring some life back to ETH NFTs, but they really have not been doing well. We have Pudgies going as low as 18 ETH after recently flipping Bored Apes above 22. We had the reveal for Tin Fun after they delayed multiple times. We finally have the art reveal and they are down 40%, which is normal after an art reveal. We also have Persona, who did not reveal yet. However, they are also down almost 50% from their all-time high, almost back to mint price. And if you count the gas that you had to waste on their auction system, you are basically at break even right now. So I'm really waiting for an update on this project. I'm currently not holding any. I flipped all of mine. However, their art is really nice. So at one point, I do think these become a buy, but we're also seeing some NFT collections crush it. We have Canpay Pandas, which I'm not too familiar with this collection. I know they do some fight stuff. These guys are up 30% on the week. We have Creeps, of course, absolutely crushing it, up 65% due to their affiliation with Portal. And you could have gotten these for almost 2 ETH just 10 days ago. So a great trade for anybody who bought in. We also have Sappy Seals absolutely crushing it. I'm assuming this is due to the airdrop that they're getting, and people assuming that they're going to start getting a lot more airdrops, similar to what Pudgy Penguins is doing. However, I did want to look into some of the trades I spoke about last week, because some of them did have some events. First of all, I spoke about buying some Way to Gods for 0.07 or less. I said the downside here was roughly 0.06. They did go down to as low as 0.055, so I was a little bit off, but they did pump back up after they revealed their art while they were at NFT Paris, all the way above 0.09. So GG to anybody who made that trade. I'm personally still holding. I actually did pick up quite a lot. I believe I'm currently at 45. So we'll see how that plays out, if I'm right, if I'm wrong. The second collection I mentioned was Kaiju Kings at 0.24 for the babies, and the Genesis were at 0.76. However, after a leak, we can call it, or just some message in a Discord, I have no idea where this info comes from. However, they are saying here that Memeland is going to be buying or already bought Kaiju Kings. A deal did go through. I see no evidence to prove that this actually happened, but purely from this tweet, the floor ran all the way above 0.4 before correcting. Now, I have been slowly picking up Kaiju Kings. I'm currently at 11 baby Kaijus and 1 Genesis. I really regret not going ham on the Genesis, because that was the best trade, even better than the babies. But like I said, there's still nothing to prove that the Memeland rumor is actually real. I do think it would be a really good purchase and well received by both communities. Char is an OG in Kaiju Kings. He was on the collab team for a very long time, and one of Ray's first collections was also Kaiju Kings. He gave them a ton of whitelist spots for Meme Land for the Captain's collection. So he's made that community millions of dollars, and I do think it would be well received. Now, I wouldn't want Ray to lead Kaiju Kings, right? But I like the idea of him buying it and then them putting somebody who's capable in charge to run the company. Now, speaking of Meme Land, this was the third collection that I mentioned I was buying, either the Captains or meme coins. Captains did run from 4.5 all the way to 5.2 after their event in Paris. Apparently they were giving out alpha. So a nice trade to anybody who got in. For me personally, instead of the Captains, I ended up going with meme coin. I currently bought 6 ETH and I was looking to get more. It already pumped, so I wish I would have bought more. However, I wanted to be responsible and DCA in to this trade. Now the whole market is up, so everything went up, but meme coin in particular is up roughly 20% from where I bought. So GG to anybody who followed that call. And the final collection that I mentioned is of course Pixelmon. The pre-sale for their meme token started yesterday. It is still open, so if you have a waitlist code or if you own any Pixelmon assets, you are able to enter the pre-sale. For me personally, I full sent. I have multiple Pixelmon NFTs. Some of them are rare, so I was able to do, I believe, 9 guaranteed, and then I also had some waitlist codes. Like I said, I full sent. This is free money. I see this as pure profit, and what I'm doing now is I'm still holding my Pixelmon assets. I am waiting for people to dump their Pixelmon NFTs. There was a mini dump after the pre-sale from 1.6 to 1.4, but I am waiting for people to get impatient who expect the token to launch in 3 days, when I do think it's going to be launching in mid to late March. And I really hope they get impatient and just dump the floor to like 1 ETH or less, because not financial advice, okay? This is just my opinion. So I'm just talking to myself here. I'm not talking to you guys, okay? I see it as a billion plus FDV, so fully diluted market cap for their token, and they are airdropping a generous portion to the community. It's vested over time, but you get 16% of the airdrop on day one. So I see it as like guaranteed money. Again, not financial advice, okay? This can go horribly wrong. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball, but I see it as guaranteed money that the NFTs are going to be worth their weight in, I almost said meme coin, in Mon token. Just like the Captains. Captains right now are worth like 7 ETH in meme coin, and the NFT is only at 5 ETH. So I see the same thing happening for Pixelmon NFTs, where they're going to be worth multiple ETH in Mon tokens, and the floor is actually going to go up after the airdrop. So if they go down to 1 ETH, to me, that's a blessing, and I'm going to pick up a ton because they're just going to pay for themselves. But that's it for ETH NFTs right now. I really hope that Portal and Blast can bring a ton of liquidity back into ETH, because it has been kind of dead. The meta for whitelist really has just been mint it and flip it and don't look back, as opposed to Ordinals, which are performing incredibly well. If we just hop on Magic Eden here and look at some of the main collections where all the liquidity is flowing to, we have Node Monkeys. These minted for 0.03. It was an auction. Anyone could have gotten in. They are up to 0.4 Bitcoin, which is over $20,000 in profits. You have Bitcoin Puppets at a whopping 0.14 Bitcoin. We have Quantum Cats at 0.3. They went down to as low as 0.169. Of course, OMBs continue to go up because I didn't buy. They are above 0.9 Bitcoin, which is insane. 1 Bitcoin is pretty much programmed for these. And then even some mints, you have the Wizards of Ord doing very well, currently sitting at a 3x. They went all the way up to 0.04. So Ordinals is really where it's at, even for trading secondary market. Not only whitelist, but secondary market has been doing very well. So I think a lot of people are going to be scouting for whitelists for upcoming projects. The ones that just come to mind are Inked. I think that one's going to do well. The art is super clean, and I'm still waiting for my 1 of 1. I'm very excited to see it. We have Mikan, which just popped up. This is the first female anime project on Bitcoin. We have Steady Stack, who is gearing up to launch their own Ordinals collection. We have Oniforce, who is also going to be launching their own Ordinals collection, and I will cover this one in more details in the future. And we have Jack Butcher, who's also ready to drop his Ordinals checks. Now, of course, we also have Ruins, which is by Casey, the creator of Ordinals, which are going to be dropping in April, and that's essentially going to allow for meme coins to be created on Bitcoin. So that's going to bring a ton more volume to Bitcoin assets, and it lines up perfectly with the Bitcoin halving. Now, last but not least, I did want to give a quick shout out to Saturn. Since I have worked with them in the past, I did create a video about their platform, which is a platform where you can trade rare sats. They also recently launched the rug token with Ordinal rugs that performed really well. And they have just announced an $800,000 raise for their platform. So congratulations to Saturn. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up if you did. If you haven't already done so, would you kindly hit that subscribe button, smash that bell notification. Thanks for watching, Crypto Gorilla. Peace.